Hey, what's up guys, it's Austin, and I have a new video today, but before I get into this video, that site I always play on my videos, Wild or CSGO Wild, they just launched this thing yesterday where you guys could basically just get free money, so I'm showing you guys how to do that real quick before the video starts. You could either go to the link in the description and just hit that link and type in code Luna all lowercase, or just go to the site and click free emeralds and then type in Luna all lowercase. You guys get some free money to play with, and I know there's always so many comments on those videos that I do where I'm playing, where people are like, dude, I can't even play, like, I don't have any skins, and now you can just do it for free. But anyway, that's enough of Sellout FFA. I put him back in the closet for the rest of the day. Today's video, this is like the 5th time I've witnessed some shit like this, and I'm just like, you know what, I'm making a video on this once and for all. It's so weird, and it makes me feel so awkward every time I witness some stuff like this happen. But a few weeks ago, my friend came to pick me up. I got in the car, and immediately when I jumped in the back seat, there was just this young kid sitting in the back seat with my friends and me, and I didn't know who it was at first, so I just kind of asked. I was like, you know, who's this? My friend's like, oh, it's my little brother. He's just gonna chill with us for the day. I was like, oh, cool, dude, nice to meet you, and I introduced myself, he introduced himself. He was actually a really nice kid, but we started driving, and we were going out to the beach, and then after the beach, I think we were just going to go back to my friend's house, and that was the plan. But about halfway through the drive to the beach, I actually noticed something, and I don't really pay attention that much when I'm driving in the car with my friends. Like, if they're blaring music and I'm in the back seat, I no joke just look out the window and look at this stuff we're driving by. That's literally all I do. But I noticed a fuck ton of vape smoke just going in my face while I'm looking out the window, and it never bothers me. Like, people... Pretty much every one of my friends actually just vapes all day, all night. They're super into it, and they all own these like expensive ass vapes that literally look like telescopes. So, you know, that just goes to show how they're into it, dude. They love this stuff. And it doesn't bother me at all. I do it on occasion as well, but it's just not something I could get like that hardcore into. But I look over and I realize that the vape smoke isn't coming from my friends in the front. It's coming from this kid sitting beside me in the back seat. And I'm like, okay, that's kind of weird, because this kid's young, you know, he like was my friend's little brother, not like little brother is in a year younger or 2 years younger. We're talking like maybe 6 or 7 years younger than my friend, so I don't know if this kid was 12 or 13, he wasn't like a little kid, but you know, he was fairly young for that stuff. But I didn't say anything about it because really I just didn't give a shit, plus his older brother was in the car, so if it was a problem, he would have definitely turned around and said something, so I just kind of kept quiet, and we kept driving, we got to the beach, and we get out of the car, right? And we're walking from the parking lot up to the main area where the beach and shit was. And this kid walks up to me and taps me on the back of the shoulder. And I turn around and he's like, yo, I don't mean to sound like a bother or anything, but do you have any blunt wraps on you? And immediately I'm just sitting there thinking to myself, like, no, there's no way this kid just asked me that fucking question. But I told him, I was like, nah, man, I don't have any. I don't really smoke. He's like, oh, it's all good, man. I'll just get some from my friends when I meet them on the beach. And I'm like, dude, how old are you again? He's like, it doesn't matter. It's not important. I'm like, oh, all right, man, whatever. And I just looked the other way, and I'm like, dude, there's no fucking way this is happening right now. But we walk onto the beach, we get to the beach, and this kid just immediately splits from us. He said he was going to meet some friends of his on the other side of the beach, and he was gone. And I'm sitting there with my friend, just watching some other friends of ours that were there in the water. And I'm like, yo, does your little brother smoke? He's like, what do you mean, vape? I'm like, no, like weed. Does he smoke weed? He's like, nah, he just messes around when he says shit like that. And I was like, are you sure, dude? Because he literally came up to me in the parking lot and asked me for blunt wraps. And my friend's like, dude, he was 110% joking about that. He was not being serious. My little brother knows that if he was to smoke like that, he'd be in big trouble. And I was like, oh, well, props to you for being a good older brother then. He's like, yeah, dude, what the fuck? I wouldn't let him do that. But I want to say like an hour goes by and it's getting kind of dark. We're on the beach with our friends still. And all of a sudden, we look and we see 2 security guards coming our way with flashlights. And behind the security guards, there's just a bunch of fucking kids. Like 6 or 7 kids that I've never even seen before. But as the security brought them closer, I noticed that towards the middle, there was my friend's little brother right there. And the security brings them up to us, and one of the guards goes, do you know any of these kids? And my friend's like, yeah, that's my little brother right there. And he's like, yeah, we just caught them smoking dope on the beach by the pier. And my friend's like, what? And I'm like, yeah, I fucking knew it, dude. Like, this kid was literally smoking weed with a bunch of his friends that are his age at the beach, in public. Like, I'm not going to sit here and judge this kid because when I was growing up, I was a complete little asshole and I was hard to raise and I just gave everyone a hard time. So I can't say shit, but still, just in public like that, it's so stupid and just unbelievably ridiculous. But anyway, he brought the kid over to my friend. And he's like, yeah, you know, I'm glad you're here because none of these other kids' parents are here. Like, you're the only, like, I guess, parent figure we have. Just bring him home. Maybe tell your mom about it. Don't bring him back unless you're keeping an eye on him. We have to bring all the rest of these kids to the offices and call their parents down here. But yeah, have a good day. And they just walked away with the rest of these fucking kids that got caught red-handed. And we were stuck with my friend's little brother in the most awkward situation because we knew my friend was just about to give him a complete lecture. And that's what he did. The whole car ride back to their house, dude. It felt like I was in a fucking classroom, dude. The lecture was real. And it was even funnier because the kid giving the lecture is probably the biggest stoner I know right now. But yeah, I guess that's the end. He's grounded. And he's still grounded, so don't know when that will end, but won't be able to do anything for a long time, sadly. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I thought it was a pretty funny story. If you did enjoy, leave a like, and feel free to leave your stories in the comments below. And yeah, I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Peace.